It's 7 o'clock, we're calling the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Leslie, roll call please.
Capelin.
Here.
Guitar.
Here.
Flynett.
Here.
Woodkey.
Here.
Mayor Booms.
Here. Any corrections or additions to the agenda? Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second that.
Motion by Klein, second by Woodkey to approve the agenda as submitted. Any discussion? Call for question.
Capelin.
Aye.
Guitar.
Aye.
Flynett.
Aye.
Woodkey.
Aye.
Mayor Booms.
Aye. Hearing 5 yeas, the agenda is approved. Approval of minutes. We have the January 6th, 2020 council meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the January 6th council meeting minutes.
Second that.
Motion by Capelin, second by Qatar to approve the January 6th council meeting minutes. Any discussion? Call for question.
Capelin.
Aye.
Guitar.
Aye.
Flynett.
Aye.
Woodkey.
Aye.
Mayor Booms.
Aye. Hearing 5 yeas, the minutes are approved. Approval of bills. We have the Booms Construction Incorporated invoice for $13,380.
Make a motion to approve the Booms Construction bill for $13,380.
Second that.
Motion by Klein, second by Woodkey to approve the Booms Construction invoice for $13,380. Any discussion? That's for bath and partitions and grab bars at the Marina Building, per the bid. Yep. Any other questions or discussion? And motion by Klein, second by Woodkey to approve the Booms Construction invoice totaling $13,380. Call for question.
Capelin.
Aye.
Guitar.
Aye.
Flynett.
Aye.
Woodkey.
Aye.
Mayor Booms.
Abstain. Hearing 4 yeas, the Booms Construction invoice is approved for payment. Townley Engineering invoice of $13,322.50.
Make a motion to approve the Townley engineering bill.
Second. That was 12,000, right? You said
$12,322.50. Motion by Guitar, seconded by Capelin to approve the Townley Engineering LLC invoice for $12,322.50. Any discussion? That's for marina improvement design, 18.5 hours of the engineering at $120, project engineer 80.25 hours at $90, and product technician 36 hours at $80 for a total of $12,322.50 for the marina grant project. Any other discussion? Okay, a motion by Guitar, second by Capelin to approve the Townley Engineering LLC invoice for $12,322.50. Call for question.
Capelin.
Aye.
Guitar.
Aye.
Flynett.
Aye.
Woodkey.
Aye.
Mayor Booms.
Aye. Hearing 5 yeas, the Townley Engineering invoice was approved for payment. Public comment. Don, you want to talk anything right now while we're here?
Well, I could, yes.
You're not necessarily on the agenda, but go ahead and.
Or would you wait after the meeting, whatever your pleasure. Okay, on this project we've been working on, okay? We came up $359.76 in the arrears. However, through a generous donation from the American Legion and a Legion member and Port Hope AMVET, and I believe the fire department also donated money. So as we speak now, we have ample money. We should be able to cost cover everything. I spoke with Kelly Joy today, and she's moving right along. The award medals there, she had to get them a little bit clearer, so she's working on that. But I will talk to the band director, unless you want to do it with the mayor. After we get done with the parade and the ceremony, maybe when you dedicate them plaques, she can play a special song for them. I don't know, she's probably more knowledgeable than most of us here tonight, you know. And are you going to give the speech?
Excuse.
No.
You're getting used to it, right? Lots of practice.
You know, that's, you don't hear a lot of names.
If you want me to give the speech, I can give the speech. I'll
I
probably meet with
think
you
it'd
and
be-
go over stuff and make sure that we're on the same
Right,
page.
I think it'd be an honor for you to do it, Mayor,
Sure.
because, I remember in the past, you always gave a speech too.
I spoke one time there.
Well, now it's gonna be two.
You know, there's no more intimidating group to speak to than a group of veterans.
Now, what have we decided, or the mayor and council, and Mr. Ron Rubel there decided on Water Street and the placement of these plats?
We're gonna invite you to a meeting here in the near future, up in the Parks and Rec, or a committee meeting.
Yep.
Well, we kind of talked about it here, so we can meet after the meeting, they can talk about locations and see what you think, and take that back to your group and see what they think, and
Well, I'm pretty much a one-man committee, but however, I'd be honored to address the Legion and also the VFW on this.
Okay, let's meet tonight after the meeting real quick with you and tell you what we're thinking, and then see what they think about that, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, because, well, it's a few weeks away before we have our meetings again, so.
We don't want to talk about the secret right now because there's media here, right?
Right.
You don't want to give it away too soon. They gotta come Memorial Day or Memorial Day parade to find out what's all going on.
That's right, but,
What Don is doing here, he's spearheaded this venture here. We've got several killed in action veterans that need to be memorialized. And we've, the plaques we have around town, the informational signs that have around town, we're adding four. Louis Seville, Brian Backus, Bruce
no,
Johnson.
Brian Backus has been honored already. However, we're gonna include him too. We're not gonna throw him to the dogs. He
Yeah,
may
so
be-
five come from Brian Backus.
Right, and it's Corporal Wells.
Wells, Elam,
And Bruce Johnson that is still missing in action.
Yeah.
And the Johnson family, she called me last week, and what a pleasant lady to speak with. It was Bruce's wife. And from what I understand, the whole family's gonna be in here in attendance for this, so we'll have to give them a little recognition too, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But there was something else I was gonna say, but I'll tell you my short time, or term memory, see, I can't even say what I want my short-term memory,
Well, you think about it, let us know. We can talk after the meeting about where we're gonna put things and how we're gonna figure things out here. But I'll plan on speaking at the parade, and I will contact the band director and talk to her about another song to play.
because I'm gonna speak with her for, the music, you know, for the, after the parade, when they do that ceremony down there, and, you know, you can talk to her, I can talk to her, and that way she'll have ample time to figure out what she, you know, a very appropriate song.
Yeah. And how much money overall did you end up raising, roughly?
The crosshairs are in you, Jenny.
Was it about 4,200?
No, we had something like that, and then we got another 400.
We're pushing $5,000 more?
Yes, be over 45.
Yeah, yeah, so 4,500,
Did you
$5,000.
ever turn that money into Jennifer?
Yeah, I don't want to have you hollering at me.
Just gonna have you here, smack me.
So Don took it upon himself to raise the funds for all this, and he went around to local organizations and private donors and everything else and raised over $4,500 to pay for all these signs. So Don's done a great job, and I really appreciate everything. he's done.
Well, I'll tell you, I've had a lot of help too, because I'm electronically illiterate. And I'm not saying that to be funny or anything, I was just born about 65 years too soon, you know, and so I've had a lot of help from other individuals too.
Okay.
And, oh, I know what I was gonna say. And then about maybe the 2 weeks before Memorial Day, we're gonna put a letter to the editor in the Tribune and also the View, and thanking everybody, civic organizations, veteran organizations, private donors, and all the people that help to do this, so everybody will be recognized. It's not just, okay, we need money, give us money, and that's the end of it, no. And I thought about sending cards to the civic organizations, but I think it'd be a better thank you to them in the newspaper. And, because this will go countywide. And personally speaking, in my opinion, I'd like to see a large turnout for this. And like Bad Axe, they have their parade on the Saturday prior to Memorial Day. It's okay with our commander from the American Legion. I'm gonna see if they can bring their color guard there, or maybe Port Austin, or somebody like that, the more the merrier. And I still have that service officer from when my son was in the Marine Corps and ended up dying, and I'm gonna contact him because he was at Selfridge Air Base, and maybe we could even get a flyover. Maybe we get a Coast Guard bird or something,
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. Yeah.
But trying to get them, we got a better president now, so maybe he'll open up his wallet right out. Okay,
No comment. We're all nonpartisan up here, so everybody knows. Thanks, Don. Any other public comment? Okay, here we have a donation presentation by the Harbor Beach Rotary Club and Corteva AgriScience. Whoever's,
Oh, you guys are coming up too.
they were doing all the talking. Gabe's not shy.
I just don't want to take credit for the whole project. Because out of the four of us, I did the least amount of work for
You
it.
can do all the introductions.
That's usually how it goes. My son speaks now.
We're all gifted with various talents. All right, well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your council meeting for us to talk about a project that's been in the works for, I think it's been over a year now. I think it's been over a year, so.
Almost 2 years that we've been working on this project, from conception to getting funds to planting the trees, to being able to talk to you about it tonight.
So we're very excited to be here and to just kind of give you an update. So kind of where it started at the very beginning was a couple of years ago, one of the goals of Rotary International was that every Rotarian plant a tree. We didn't plant any trees here at Ganger, but we thought it was a pretty good idea. And some of our members utilize the Bacchus Nature Trail on a pretty regular basis. And if you've ever been over there, it's pretty obvious that there's been some devastation from the emerald ash borer. That being said, it is a beautiful place, and so we were talking at our meeting one week, setting goals for the upcoming year, and thought that it might be a nice thing if we tried to mobilize some funds to plant some trees. So essentially how it kind of took shape is that Samantha and Janelle were we had a committee along with Jim Hearn, who met with Ron Watt to talk about what kinds of trees, where we were going to get them from, all this stuff, and and Janelle just really went to the mats trying to get in a meeting with Corteva to have all that work out, because that was at the time when Dow was becoming Corteva and all this stuff was happening. So Janelle secured about a $3,000 matching grant from Corteva, and then Harbor Beach Rotary Club put in about $1,500, and then we got our money matched from our Rotary District, which is kind of like the northeastern part of the Lower Peninsula. So we applied for some grant money. We donate to the Rotary Foundation on behalf of the club every year, and so sometimes we get some of that money back. For instance, the gazebo down the beach is one of those projects. So we have about $6,000 worth of trees that we spearheaded in this project. So
Yeah, what was it, 79 trees we planted?
It was
Well, Ron.
85. I just read on the Facebook page, it was 85.
Yeah,
So.
so, and with the help of Hilltop Nursery also, who gave the city, a great deal and a nice variety of trees. There's pictures online, but it's best seen in person, and hopefully, in spring and summer, it's gonna look really fantastic. It was definitely a joint effort, with the help of the city. Also, Corteva, we couldn't have done it without them. When we approached them about matching 3,000, that was kind of a pipe dream, and they came back and said, we're happy to help. So it's, a little bit of everybody coming together. And also the 1,500 that we started with for our grant is a result of people supporting our organization. So, our trivia events, our tennis ball raffle, those sort of things that happen throughout the year. When you support those, we plant trees.
Yeah, it's actually been a project that we get lots of updates on, and so one of the goals for our district governor at Rotary is trying to have Rotary be a coordinating point within communities, trying to make some of these projects happen, because we can only do small projects. We're probably about 14 or 15 members. And so Janelle especially, but the rest of the committee worked really hard trying to make sure we coordinate the meetings with Corteva and the meetings with the city, trying to rope in the matching dollars from the Rotary District. So all that stuff took a lot of time for everybody that's in here in the room today. So when we actually went and planted the trees, between snowstorms, as I recall, I think we were, I think we were staring down the barrel of a snowstorm. Ron and the county crew and I think Dakota was there too. And so we were, yeah. Oh, you did make the board. Oh, yeah.
And Janelle's father.
Yes. And so my day job doesn't involve swinging a sledgehammer so often. So that's what was going on that day. But there's some, well, unless you want me to. But there's some photos here of the Rotarians that came out to help actually boots on the ground plant the trees. And there's some cone-bearing ones, there's hardwoods, there's some softwoods. One that Ron said wouldn't look bad in front of his house, but he graciously passed it on. And so
I think also too, it's important to note that Ron did a fantastic job of spreading trees out throughout. We didn't just plant in one space. So, there's some by the gazebo, there's some by, the marker 6, the bridge there, and off to the right. So a really nice use of the trees to spread them out.
So the deer can't find them.
Yes. And they're substantial size. I mean, when we first started talking about this project, we went round and round with, do we get saplings? Do we just get a couple really big ones? And between what Hilltop was able to do for us and, the feedback from Ron of if we want to have any success, they can't be too small. So there's some really nice sized trees that got planted.
So we just couldn't be more thrilled. Rotary's motto is service above self, and so we meet. I think a lot of people think that we meet weekly and we gossip at lunch on Wednesdays, but actually sometimes we do. We don't call it gossip, we call it community networking. But we also, we run the basketball tournament that happened at the school and then other fundraising events throughout the year so that we can do projects like this and make our town a better place to live. So we're happy to be your partners in that effort. Thank you so much, Ron, for all of your help and the meetings that you did with us. And thank you, Corteva, for working your machinery, even in the midst of a really big change from the corporate level, and trying to make sure all that stuff stayed in motion. And thank you for everybody in the Rotary Club and all of the aspects that they had with their hands getting this done. And so I hope you'll take a chance to look at the pictures if you haven't already been out to the site. It looks great now. It's going to look really great when the trees start to get bigger and mature. So we'd be happy to take any questions that you might have or any clarifications.
One thing he didn't mention was there will be a rock placed somewhere either at the entrance or just past the entrance that does highlight this project. It will mention our club, it will mention Corteva and their donation. That would be more along spring, early summer.
Great job, great project.
Yeah, thanks for doing it.
And we have a check to present you.
And if you picked a good night, we got WLIW here this evening along with
perfect.
Along with the Tribune here as well. So, Lisa, you want to get a photo op with all of this?
Yes, please.
Yes.
It's Lisa's job.
And I especially thank Ron He's got a great connection with the
So
new
much.
too, which really helped out with the labor, so thank you very much for all that organization.
Yeah, how many have you?
Zero.
Just one.
They had a heck of a deal out of it.
Ron, you want to do this photo?
Go ahead, guys.
Well, you were involved with it. You're
Ron,
already.
come on,
Come on, come on down.
We
didn't make you a Paul Harris Mello.
You'll blow up the picture on the camera.
As well.
We're gonna slide it over. Jim, too tall down there. Stand up on the
This picture look like.
We'll be off with me and Ron.
Yeah, you represent the
All right,
John, do we like?
just, I mean, we're handing a check, so.
Whose camera is that?
This,
Well, get to the mayor.
Rich.
Is this
Okay, because we're gonna have to start
It's
this.
as simple as that. You
Get it out of the way.
For the photo op, everybody's got to pose.
Yeah.
Rich, look out. Rich, you gotta move. They're gonna take a picture, you gotta move.
Thank you. Just gave me some instruction for my photography, so.
All right, here we go.
Out of the way.
Okay, Doc, can you move that way just a tiny bit? Ron, move that way a tiny bit. Ron, a tiny bit.
We're down on one knee now.
No. Couple of guys were trying to hide behind.
Okay.
The two tallest guys, so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
A ton to the week, I'd rather than too much than not enough, you know?
This is how I
Yeah.
Can I talk to you tomorrow morning?
You know what, call.
Okay. Moving on, unfinished business, there is none. New business, resolution 2020-03 approving bid for flotation docking systems incorporated.
Make a motion we approve resolution 2020-3.
And I'll second that.
Motion by Woodkey, seconded by Cabling to approve resolution 2020-03 approving bid from flotation docking systems incorporated. Any discussion? Ron, give us a brief description of that proposal and what we're doing here.
Briefly. Everybody knows we got the grant funding to redo the marina. We originally had the engineer do the work to replace the dock system as it was originally put in, and then with the high water levels compromising the main fixed piers at the marina, put the brakes on in the summer, and did some redesigning where the entire float or docking system would be floating with one ramp. So at the whims of Mother Nature, the docks would rise or fall depending on the water levels. So we had a grant or a bid from earlier this summer, which was awarded to flotation dock systems for BC and DDOC. And we had commenced with the B&C dock. And then we did the reworking and re-engineering. We approved a change order at the last council meeting to finish, which would be B&C dock. And then the balance of this is going to be a change order for the rest of the entire marina basin, which will include a dock, the finger piers on a dock, a new floating main pier, which will extend west to east along the current fixed pier, a new D dock, which will replace the old E dock, and then a floating gas pier, which will be on the inside of the current fixed gas pier. So this is actually a change order, not a bid. Waterways is on board with us. amount of dollar amount is very consistent with what they did last year on a square foot basis. Also, you have to be considered the looks of what we have already in place and what's going to be in so they all match. We had to take some of the sections of dock that we already had constructed and change them. So there was a dock actually that we have sitting out there now that's going to be incorporated in a dock because of the length and the width that we need, so forth. And then they gave us a $7,500 deduct if we would do it with change order. And the big thing is the timing. Get this going, get this in there on the manufacturing schedule, and that's what we start to show up here within more. So, there you go.
Okay.
So you want this to be approving it?
It can be, as it's written, it's fine.
Yeah. So it's Flotation Docking Systems Incorporated for at a cost of $638,364. So basically what had happened is with the high water, we had water going over top of our existing main pier going out and our existing concrete wall and fueling dock, and the new system's going to sit right next to what is there. It'll be a floating system, so if the water does get higher, like it's projected to get, our fueling system will be loaded underwater. All our electrical will be underwater on the old dock, so now we'll be all floating as the water raises. The dock will raise it up. So this is a redesign, kind of design on the fly because of Mother Nature. It's not what we planned on doing, but in the end, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be the best solution for the issue in hand. So, any other questions or discussion in regards to flotation docking systems?
One other point too, Mayor. We had we were awarded 7 different grants. 3 of them was remain in place as they were. They allowed us to change the scope on the other 4. One of them was including the asphalt in order to get enough funding to do this project. And then the plan was to go back and rewrite the grant for the asphalt this spring to be awarded. But we were told up front that with the situation on all the lakes in Michigan with the high water mark, they're getting inundated with grant requests, and they don't know if there's going to be funding available for our grant project or the asphalt project as it was awarded a year ago.
Okay.
So it's just so everyone knows that.
Yeah. Harbor Beach is not unique to the high water.
So we'll
See the
timing.
see the news.
We got lucky with the timing, because if we would have planned for this funding now, we might have gotten 1 or 2 of the projects, and not all 7 of them.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, a motion by Woodkey, a second by Capelin to approve resolution 2020-03 approving bid from Flotation Docking Systems Incorporated. Call for question.
Capelin.
Aye.
Guitar.
Aye.
Flynn.
Aye.
Woodkey.
Aye.
Mayor Booms.
Aye. 35 yeas, resolution 2020-03 is approved. Need a motion to approve the Harvest Lions Club request to hold White Cane Week on May 15th and 16th of 2020.
So moved.
Motion by Klein, seconded by Guitar to approve the Harvest Lions Club's request to hold White Cane Week on May 15th and 16th of 2020. Any discussion? Received a letter on January 14th from the Harvest Lions Club addressed to the Harbor Beach Mayor and City Council. Please be advised that the Harvest Lions will be holding their White Cane Drive on May 15th and May 16th, 2020, and will be on main corners and businesses collecting. Thank you, Harvest Lions. Sherry Swartz, President. Questions or discussion in regards to the Lions Club White Cane? Motion by Klein, seconded by Guitar to approve the Harvest Lions Club request to hold White Cane Week on May 15th and 16th of 2020. Call for question.
Capelin.
Aye.
Guitar.
Aye.
Flynn.
Aye.
Woodkey.
Aye.
Mayor Booms.
Aye. 35 yeas, that motion is approved. Council report, Sam?
I have nothing this week.
Kevin?
I have nothing.
Al? Matt? And I have nothing as well. So the next meeting is Monday, February 3rd at 7 p.m. It is Ron, what you got?
I always want to mention the two information that we put in the packet. Start DTE and hot water.
We'll do both of those.
Well, I'm not going to speak
Got a high water report here. Lake Michigan and Huron are expected to go above record water levels here in the future. It's forecasting it here anytime from now through May. It's supposed to go above the high water, record high water level. Michigan and Huron are both on the same level. And we did receive an update from the DTE, the contractors that are doing the work up there with the demolition. Things got a little behind due to the weather. They're still planning on demoing the plant here as soon as the weather breaks and finishing cleanup. So they're going to be coming to a future council meeting to give us an update once the demo starts later this winter, early spring. So, if they got any questions, they can see me or Ron in regards to that. Okay, next meeting, February 3rd, 7 o'clock p.m. It is 7:32.
7:32, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We adjourn.